I recently worked with a global HR consultant and I realized that 50 to 70% candidates get rejected just on the basis of how their CV looks. If you do not want to come under this range and are wondering how an ideal CV should look like, then keep watching. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanishka and I hope you all are doing good. I wish you all a very happy Guru Nanak Jayanti. May Babaji bless you all with abundance and success always. So this video, as I already said in the introduction, is all about how an ideal CV should look. Everything that should be in your CV, that shouldn't be in your CV, especially as freshers, even for experienced professionals. I'm gonna cover everything from the top to the bottom. So please do not miss any aspect of this video. It is very important. Let's get straight to it. But before that, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I need all your love, support and care. If you're already a part of this channel, thank you so much for joining me in my journey. I hope we stay together till the end of time. Now, like I mentioned in the introduction as well, I recently worked as a project manager with a global HR consultant, and I was shocked to see that 50 to 70% candidates were actually being rejected just because of how their CV looked. And that's when I realized the two top most mistakes that people were making, and that's what I'm going to tell you first. Two mistakes to never make in your CV. Number one, do not make your CV very long. 2 sides maximum is how long your CV should be. If you think you're going to write a 5-page CV, a 7-page CV, you're losing the game. Remember, a CV is not really just a CV, it's a pitch about yourself. And a pitch about yourself is usually like, this TV advertisements. So agar wo bahut lamba ho jayega, you'll just be bored and you'll not want to see it. The shorter, the crisper it is, the more interested you'll be in finding out who this person is, what it is, what the product is, what the person is. So remember, whenever you're going for an interview, also I've said this before, you are basically selling yourself and the CV is basically your first pitch. So make sure it is not very lengthy and very boring. It should be crisp, it should be short, it should be to the point. 2 sides maximum, never ever exceed 2 sides. As you start gaining more and more experiences, your old experiences will get out of the CV. The most relevant experiences will stay. That's how we maintain those 2 sides. So rule number one, never ever make a long, lengthy, boring CV. Now, second thing, because of which most CVs get rejected, this is so underrated, especially and sadly, but especially in India, is formatting of a CV. My God, guys, that 3 months that I worked with that client, I cannot tell you how many people we have rejected, including myself, just on the basis of how poorly the CV was formatted. Formatting, like I said, very sadly, but in India, people don't really understand the importance of it. But what you do not realize is your CV is first being scanned by an HR or whoever the hiring manager is, and you cannot imagine how furious they get when they see that, I'm hiring this person for this role, I'm expected to pay this person this much, and they don't even know basic formatting. That is the mentality that goes on in the minds of HRs, in the minds of hiring professionals. So please focus on your CV formatting. What should absolutely not be there in your CV? I'm listing it below. Italics. Please do not use italics in your CV anywhere. Do not use creative or very loud fonts like Cosmic Sans or any calligraphy, cursive. Absolutely not. Do not misjudge your sizes. It shouldn't be that some font sizes are 20, some are 11, some are 14, some are 13. Please maintain uniformity in size. No use of unnecessarily loud colors like a neon pink, neon green, neon yellow. Absolutely not. Misalignment of the page. Something is in the center, something is in the right, something is in between, something is thrown here, something is thrown there. Not having margins, not having borders. Absolutely not a thing that should be done. Misuse of capitalization. Please use capital letters correctly. We live in a day and age where we have AI tools like ChatGPT. Make use of it, but make sure your CV is formatted correctly. These small things is what's gonna get you one step ahead. Now you're gonna ask me, what is the formatting that your CV should have? Let me tell you. I'm gonna go with the basic branding guideline as well. It really helps. First things first, make sure your entire CV is aligned correctly. Okay, do not keep a central aligning. It looks absolutely horrible. The only thing you should have a central aligning maximum is your name and contact details. Other than that, try to maintain a left side alignment throughout the CV. Make sure the font size is completely uniform. For all descriptions, you can keep a size 11, and for all titles, you can keep a size 12 or 14 maximum. No need to keep loud, bold sizes, it makes no sense. All first letters of your heading should be capital, especially when it's an experience or a skill that you are highlighting. All first letters of that heading should be in capital. All headings should be bolded. Okay, the size is also bigger, but use a bold font for that. Use basic general fonts like Arial, Times New Roman. I think an Ubuntu is also okay. Maintain that. Please do not go very creative on the fonts. Use those fonts only. Uh, no loud colors, like I said, no neons, no yellows, no loud yellows, no neon pinks, no neon greens. Absolutely not. Stick to basic colors like a black. If you want to highlight something specifically, then maybe use a blue or a red or a yellow, but stick to only one. A color scheme should be maintained, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that don't make your CV creative. Go ahead, make your CV creative, but maintain a color scheme. You don't need to make a rainbow on that paper. So make sure that the color scheme is well maintained. I'm going to show you certain samples of how CVs should not look like and how CVs should look like. Now, coming to what should you add in your CV as a fresher. Like I said, this video is also for experienced professionals. You guys can use it too, but specifically for freshers because I know that you need this guidance. That's why I'm going to share with you exactly what even I used in my CV and how I have checked all the CVs that I've been checking recently. First things first, name and contact details. Please do not miss out on your email ID and phone number. Valid email ID, valid phone number should be a part of your contact details. It's completely fine if you do not want to write your address, it's okay, but make sure you're writing your phone number and your email ID. So name and those two contacts at least. Name, number, email ID should be somewhere in the absolute top. Alternatively, you can put your name on top and your contact details absolutely in the bottom, but I prefer keeping everything on top because if they like you, they should immediately be able to contact you. Next, always, this is something that not a lot of people use in their CVs, but it is actually something that will set you apart and will quickly catch the eye of the recruiter, is write an objective. Okay, an objective is basically a 2 to 3 liner. It can't be longer than that, maximum 3 lines of what your objective is. Why are you looking out for a job? What will you contribute to the job, to the industry? How are you as an individual? It could absolutely be anything. So it could be like objective, a highly determined and motivated individual looking out to enhance my technical and soft skills in the finance industry, or something like that. Basically, it should be something of who you are and what you want to do in that industry, in that role. You can keep this objective a very generalized one, which you can use in all your CVs. Alternatively, you can tweak it depending on the job you are applying for. Both work well. I usually used to tweak it depending on who my client is. So basically, if it's a finance related client, I'll focus a little bit more on my finance aspect. If it is a media related client, I'll focus more on my media aspect. So please feel free to tweak your CVs at all points of times. Make sure you are maintaining margins well in your CV. What are margins? Again, that goes back to formatting, which basically is borders, lines. Keep it neat. The neater your CV, the more the chances the hiring manager will look at it. Because just imagine, visualize the situation. You are sitting in your desk and you are made to read 10,000 CVs. After one point, your mind goes blank. Frankly, after 10 CVs, only your mind goes blank. And then, if a very messy, dirty CV comes in front of your eyes, frankly speaking, you won't even read it, you'll just discard it. And I've seen this happen. So don't let that happen to you. Make sure it is so clean, it is so tidy, it is so neat that the person wouldn't mind reading it even if they've already seen 100 applications. So margins, borders need to be maintained. Again, what have we completed? We've completed our name, contact, we've gone to objective. I'm going to show you my personal CV towards the end, so make sure you're watching it till then. We go to the objective. Next, you do possibly either your education or your skills. Ideally, it would be good to add your skills. Now, I've been asked this also a lot. What are the skills that we should write, especially as freshers? Always keep a mix of technical and soft skills. If you just want to bombard it with technical skills, oh, I know modeling, I understand Google Suite, I understand Canva if you're a media person, etc., etc. It's good, but they are also looking at soft skills. So, right, team management, communication, if it is, of course, analyze what your skills are, but make sure it is a mix of technical and soft skills. 4 to 5, up to 8 skills also is a good thing to write, but do not write even so much because it's just a boast. A very good skill that you can add is also typing speed. A lot of you can check your typing speed for free on Google. Just type typing speed test, something or the other will pop and you can do it. There's so many options. I've also done it, and it's a good thing to write because a lot of people need that. For finance individuals, especially if you're studying CFA, maybe you can write understanding of financial analysis, basic or beginner. If you feel that you've not done it in an advanced level, just put financial analysis understanding beginner. That also is a very good skill. Google Suite, if you're very well with Google Suite, you should add that. What is Google Suite? Gmail, Google Docs, Google Sheet, Google Slides, all of this is very important in today's world. Microsoft Suite, which basically includes Excel, PowerPoint. So both are pretty similar, but you can write either, you can write both. If you want to take this a step ahead, then beside every skill, you can use a bracket and determine the level of that skill. So, for example, like I said, financial analysis. If you're a beginner in it, you can write financial analysis, understanding, beginner. Google Suite, advanced, intermediate, something like that. Whatever you feel. For the technical skills, you can give it a level which will just basically help you in the interview round so that when they question you, you know that you tell them that when I say beginner, I have an understanding of it. When I say advanced intermediate, I have a very in-depth knowledge of it. So that will help you in that. But make sure you also add soft skills. People need that. People are looking for that. It's not just technical skills. I have always stressed on this. In fact, let me know in the comment section below if you'd like me to take a soft skills training session, and in what soft skills would you like me to do that. Let me know that as well. Now, after skills, you will go to your education. Write your education right from your 10th standard, so that would be high school, school. Then your 12th standard, it should be high school or junior college, depending on how you do it. So in Delhi and in North side, it's usually 10 plus 2, so that's called high school. If you're from the Bombay board, the HSC board, then you can keep your 10th standard as high school and put that as junior college, depending on what it is. But make sure 10th, 12th, and graduation. Add these three. Best way to present your education is in a tabular format. It just keeps it neat. What should you write? The board, the name of the institution, the year in which you finished, and the grade. You have to write the grade. Please do it. It just serves as a better purpose. Unless your grade is, you feel very below, and you feel like it's not that good, then you can skip that column. But if you feel that you've had a good grade throughout, or a fair good grade, add it. It just makes additional impact. Now, do not write CFA in your education, because it is not really your education. It is